The origin of the Innovative Medicines Initiative was a dialogue between the European Commission and the European Federation of Pharmaceutical Industry and Association. And at the time, it's about around the 2000s, there was a diagnosis which was made, which was that Europe, which used to be the pharmacy of Europe, started to decline in terms of pharmaceutical innovation. More industry were moving to the United States. And at the same time, it was clear that a partnership between the public and the private sectors were absolutely needed to move research and development further. So there was a dialogue between the European Commission and the pharmaceutical industry, and they decided to make a huge investment together with €1 billion coming from each part, and this money would be used to create partnership consortia where scientists from industry and academia would work together to solve major challenges. For me, the main success, the main achievement was to build trust between the different stakeholders, which was really not obvious. And just to illustrate how this trust was created, we have one project in which big pharmas, together with SMEs, share products that they are testing as candidates for new medicines. And actually, it was very interesting to see how small enterprise can help the big ones and vice versa. Another evidence of this was that we were able to bring together not only industry and universities, but also the European Medicine Agency and the European Organization for Disease Control to work together to establish new ways to assess the benefit and risks of vaccines, which, as you know, is a very important public health challenge. And I would say that also the fact that we were able to build trust was demonstrated by the fact that charities approach us to be involved. And I was quite proud to have, for example, the Bill Gates Foundation co-funding some of our projects, as well as different charities operating in the diabetes field. So clearly, to be a Belgian and to be in a country where really the pharmaceutical sector and medical pharmaceutical research is extremely active was a huge advantage, because in Belgium we were used to have the different stakeholders working together. We have major pharma industries, as you know, with operating worldwide. We have top universities in the medical research field, but also, and this is something that I learned during those years, is that we have in our regulatory agency and also at the INAMI-RISIF, people who are really internationally recognized as experts of health systems and drug development. I think the main challenge of the future is to address the current needs, to translate the wonderful advances of research into new medicine that reach the patients. So it's about healthcare delivery. So I think the challenge would be to see how we can indeed leverage on these advances to involve other type of stakeholders, other type of competencies, especially in the economic field, to develop the new models that are needed when you think about all these new drugs, how expensive they are. Those are tremendous challenges for healthcare system, and we have to reflect together how to address those challenges. We start to elaborate the basis of these new models, and I would say that two major elements are, one, the prevention. I think that there is a lot of money that can be saved by efficient prevention strategies. Very simple, but we have to do a lot on this, including in our country, in Belgium, as well as education. I think it's so important now to train this new generation of healthcare professionals. They have to learn what the future of medicine will be, and they have to learn how to work together.